Hello Tiki, welcome back to the playlist of Hello Tiki, welcome back to the playlist of database management systems. In this playlist, this was the 8th video. In the last video, I explained about the concept different types of data models. After knowing different types of data models, it is the time to learn RDBMS in detail. So without being any late, let's start our today's tutorial. In this tutorial, I'm going to explain what is RDBMS, why do we need RDBMS to store data when file management systems already exist, features of RDBMS, how RDBMS stores data inside a database, what is a row, column, relation, schema, constraints in RDBMS. If you are an engineering student or if you any student who is doing some type of graduation, then please watch this video till end, because if you spend at least 10 minutes on this video at your final semester examination, you are going to attempt a long answer question in DBMS. So first of all, let's grab some of the basics in order to know RDBMS in detail. Data is a piece of information. At the end, data is going to provide you some sort of information about a particular thing. No matter in what form does data exist. For example, data could be in the form of a text, it could be in the form of an image, it could be in the form of a video. But at the end, data is going to provide you some sort of information about a particular thing. Hence, data is providing you information. You need to store the data. In order to store the data, you need to have databases. Now, what is a database? Databases are the storage places where a group of interrelated data. So you need to listen carefully. It is a storage place where a group of interrelated data is stored in an organized way. But here is the catch. User cannot create databases directly. User cannot access databases directly, even though databases are stored in your system. In order to access databases, you need to use some particular softwares called DBMS. DBMS are a particular type of software which is created in order to manage databases effectively. Using DBMS, you can create databases, you can add data into the databases, you can delete databases also. So you can do whatever you want using a query language, because DBMS is a software. Hence, you need to write some queries so that DBMS can analyze the queries, process the queries, and give you the result. Here, the result may be creating a database, adding data inside a database, modifying data inside a database, modifying databases itself, or deleting databases also. So, you need to learn some query languages in order to use DBMS. Here, there are two types of query languages, SQL and NoSQL. So which query language do you want to learn? It depends on what type of DBMS you choose. There are different types of DBMS exist. So these types are categorized on how DBMS systems allows users to store data inside a databases. So just remember one thing. User will interact DBMS. DBMS contains multiple databases where each database contains different group of interrelated data. So based on how user is going to store data inside a database using a particular DBMS software, DBMS softwares are categorized into hierarchical, network, RDBMS, non-relational DBMS, object-oriented DBMS, etc. So each type of DBMS follows particular data model. So these are the basics that we need to have before proceeding into RDBMS. Now let's see what is RDBMS. RDBMS stands for Relational Database Management Systems. RDBMS is a type of DBMS which uses relational data model. So RDBMS is a type of DBMS. In RDBMS, we are having a lot of RDBMS softwares like MySQL, PostgreSQL, etc. All those RDBMS softwares are built upon the idea of relational data model. So what is a data model? Data model is a conceptual way of saying how you are going to store data inside a database. Generally, data models are some theories proposed by famous scientists like E.F. Cod, etc. Developers made that theory into database management systems. So no matter what type of DBMS software you use, all those DBMS softwares allows you to store data in a particular format only. So that particular format, that particular blueprint is known as data model. Since RDBMS uses a relational data model, you need to store data in the form of a tables inside a database if you use RDBMS. So all RDBMS softwares store data in the form of tables. Some of the popular RDBMS softwares are PostgreSQL, MariaDB, MySQL, OracleDB, Microsoft SQL Server, etc. All these softwares uses structured query language to maintain the databases and also to organize the databases. Now, why do we need to use RDBMS to store structured data if file management system is already present? Let's say that in our present scenario we are having a lot of desktop apps. For example, we are having Excel, we are having Power BI. Using those apps we can create data and also we can store data in the form of different files like Excel file, CSV file, etc. So if we have such type of apps, then we need to learn SQL and we need to use RDBMS because let's assume that you are an employee who is working in a particular company. In that particular company, your role is you need to manage and organize data. That data may contain all the details about employees, all the details about products, and which employee taken the responsibility of which product, etc. So here you are not going to store entire data in a single file because it leads to a lot of confusion and it leads to difficulty in understanding. So here you need to split different data in different files where each file contains data which are related to each other, and also each all the files related to a particular company, all the files are interrelated with each other in some ways, and also each file may contain some amount of common data, and also each file may contain some duplicate entries. If you use file management system, in each file you may need to enter the duplicate data again and again. So this actually leads to data redundancy. Data redundancy means unnecessary data present in a particular database or in a particular file. So what happens if data redundancy exists? If data redundancy exists, then you may need to face a lot of problems like anomalies, data mismatches, data inconsistency, etc. Let's assume that we are having a redundant data in 10 files, and also let's say that we are having some common data in all those 10 files. If you update any particular entry in a file, or you can say if you update any particular data in a file, then you need to update all the data related to the updated data, which means that you need to update data in all the 10 files. If you miss any one file, then data mismatch will happen, and also you may need to face problems like data inconsistency. And also if you use file management system, you don't get data security features as provided by RDBMS, because even though Excel provides some sort of security features like locking cell, hiding columns, hiding rows, but if anyone who knows your credential can access data, can modify data without letting you know. So this leads to a lot of problems. And also file management system fails in handling concurrent operations. And also if you build any website using file management system, or if you build app using file management system, you may see the poor performance. Actually, using any type of programming language, like it may be C, it may be Python, those programming languages provide you some sort of predefined functions. Using those predefined functions, you can access files like CSV files, Excel files, text files. So using those predefined functions, you can access files, you can manage those files, but you will get a poor performance. But if you use RDBMS, RDBMS provides robust security, better concurrency handle, and also RDBMS utilizes a powerful techniques like normalization, and also it uses a specialized data structures called indexes in order to retrieve data within seconds. And also RDBMS ensures that there would be no anomalies if you proper the rules provided by the RDBMS before inserting the data in a database. Now let's see the features of RDBMS. First of all, table-based data storage. Since RDBMS is built upon relational data model, you need to store data in the form of a table. Hence, RDBMS is a table-based data storage. And also, RDBMS uses some specialized keys like primary key, foreign key. Actually, RDBMS provides you to utilize different types of keys like primary key, foreign key. So you don't need to worry about what is a key as of now. I'm going to explain the concept of key in detail in upcoming chapters. So one thing you need to know that using keys, you can uniquely identify particular data in a table. You can impose different types of rules on particular table so that before entering data into a table, some sort of checks will happen on that data so that correct data only will enter into the table. For example, let's say we are having a table in a database, and in that table for a particular column, we don't want to store null values, and we wanted to only store the unique values in that particular column. In that case, you can impose primary key on that particular column. And also, let's say in our database we are having different tables. In order uh, in order uh, we actually we are having different tables, we can establish different types of relationship between those tables, which means that you can join multiple tables using foreign key. Okay, so if you join those tables, you can create new data from the existing data. You can perform advanced data analytics using keys also. Not only that, there are a lot of users using keys, which I'm going to say in the upcoming videos. And also there is data integrity. RDBMS enforces, or you can say RDBMS provides strict data integrity rules such as entity integrity, referential integrity, and domain integrity to keep data accurate and reliable. Structured Query Language (RDBMS) uses SQL programming language to create, read, update, and delete data. And also, RDBMS uses powerful techniques. As I said earlier, RDBMS uses specialized data structures, powerful techniques. In that powerful techniques, normalization is one of the powerful technique or one of the powerful concept that you need to know before creating tables so that you will get a consistent data, you will get better structured data, you will get a better storage of data so that you in future if you want to perform any operation, you won't get any type of anomalies. Don't worry about what an anomaly is. I'm going to explain in the upcoming chapters. As of now, you need to learn that RDBMS supports normalization techniques, and also RDBMS supports ACID properties. ACID stands for atomicity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Actually, these properties are introduced to ensure reliable and safe transaction processing across databases. So what is a transaction? A transaction is a group of operations that you are going to perform on data, okay, so that some result will be done on that particular data. Only all the operation, that means only a transaction is completed. Coming to data security, RDBMS softwares like MySQL, PostgreSQL allows database administrator to provide some roles or some permissions to a particular user so that particular user can access a particular data inside a database, and also he can read the data, he can write the data based upon the permission and roles assigned by assigned by a database administrator to that user. Hence, RDBMS provides data security, and also RDBMS automatically backups data. Hence, in system failures or in accidental data loss, you can recover the data easily. And also, RDBMS handles multi-user access simultaneously easily, which means that when multiple users accessing the same data, RDBMS ensures that there would be no data inconsistency in the final data. Multiple users can access the data easily without data corruption. And also concurrency control. RDBMS is designed in a way that RDBMS can manage simultaneous data access using some powerful mechanisms like locking mechanism and transaction control in order to prevent conflicts and data corruption. And data consistency. RDBMS ensures that data remains in a consistent state. In simple terms, RDBMS ensures that data remains data remains in such a state that data will be meaningful and data won't be corrupted before a group of operation performed on a table and after a group of operation performed on the same table. So here change will be in the consistent state. Scalability. You can scale RDBMS as per your business requirements, as per your data volumes, and also data independency. This is one of the most important feature provided by RDBMS. Here in RDBMS, you are going to store data in different tables. If you change any, if you done any change on a particular table, then the table structure won't break. And also in application program, logic won't break easily, so that there would be no effect in the application program, and also there would be no breakage in the table structure also. So here data will remain independent on the changes done by the user. Indexing support. RDBMS supports a specialized data structures called indexes, so that even if you have millions rows of records, you can access the data what you want easily within seconds. So here RDBMS uses indexes. Even you can create indexes using SQL language. In the next video, I'm going to explain how data is going to store in RDBMS practically. So from the next video onwards, no PPTs are going to show. We are going to learn the concept practically by using MySQL. Okay, Techie, if you reach to this point in my video, then you might like the content which I provided to you. So why can't you hit a like button to this video, and why can't you subscribe to my channel? Because hitting a like button and subscribe button won't even take a single rupee. It's absolutely free of cost, and also it won't take more than a minute. So why can't you support me by liking the video and subscribing to my channel? And also one more thing, if you want the PPT for preparing to your end semester examination, the PPT link is provided in the description. If you subscribe, you will see the link in the description, and through the link you can download the PPT for free of cost. Thank you.